9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to DFW Roundtable Podcast, Texas' most powerful and entertaining podcast, bringing you the best and entertaining interviews from the industry's top music entertainers, sports athletes, and much more. So grab a seat and a cold one and watch, listen, and enjoy. And now, here is your host, Ruben Campos.
Hey, welcome back, everybody, to the DFW Roundtable. We've got a very special show and a very special guest with you tonight. She comes to us from San Antonio, Texas, but more coming on that here in a little bit. But it's my pleasure to introduce you a new coming artist that you're going to hear a lot more of here pretty soon. So, ladies and gentlemen, I introduce you to Gabriella. Gabriella, are you on?
I am. Hello.
All right. Welcome, Gabriella.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks for coming on. Pleasure to have you. And like I was telling everybody when I welcome them into the show, boy, you are up and coming, but you are up and coming pretty strong, Gabriella. I found you on TikTok, man, and I had no idea what in the world you were up to, and so I started scrolling through all of your songs and man, saying this girl can sing. So tell me a little bit about yourself, Gabriella, if you don't mind.
So I am 21 years old, just turned 21, from Tampa, Florida, originally, actually. Just moved to San Antonio back in August, so I'm very new to the area. But, you know, I graduated with my bachelor's degree last December, and I was like, let's do this thing. Like, let's just go for it. And, you know, I lived in the valley, like McAllen, Texas, for about 6 months, 5-6 months in the beginning of the year because I was working on some music. But then I ended up going back home for like 2 months, recharged, came back to San Antonio, and I kid you not, like I got my apartment and I had a few $100s to my name, maybe like 200 something dollars.
Wow.
And I was like, okay, we're gonna make this work. We're gonna do it, you know, just full force. Like I left all my family back home. Everyone's back home. And but luckily, my parents actually moved here with me as well to San Antonio.
Oh,
but,
good.
You know, it's very foreign when you're different time zones, completely different place. Like I get a little homesick at times, but
I bet. Yeah.
This is what's in store for me, and it's going to be worth it. I know it's good.
Boy, oh boy, you talk about following your dreams, right? And totally motivated to do so. It takes somebody pretty special and determined to do that. And congratulations by doing that, Gabriella. You're literally living your dream right now and working towards it.
Yes.
That's awesome. That is awesome. So, Tampa, Florida. You are what we call a Tejano transplant. So you're coming in from another state into Texas, right?
Yeah.
But your roots for Tejano music run deep, right?
Yes.
So talk to me a lot about that, okay? Because when I saw you on TikTok and I heard you sing, what caught my eye. Let me tell you, I didn't get to tell you this when we were talking the other day. What caught my eye was a video that you shared on TikTok, and it was a Jennifer Pena song. And Jennifer is very hard yeah, it's very hard to sing, and you nailed it. And and that's when, man, who is this girl? And then I started seeing, it's like, man, she can sing. So that's how you caught my eye from that perspective, right? So I could tell that Tejano is in your roots, but then I also saw a little bit diverse. So talk to me about your inspiration, musical inspiration.
Well, Jennifer Pena is one of them. She's spectacular. I mean, she's just, even now, like she just has so much energy with not just around on stage, but her voice. Like she puts in so much effort. And like as a musician and as someone that sings, like you can tell when something's hard, but she makes it seem so effortless.
Yes.
Her, Freddie Mercury, Amy Winehouse, Rocío Dúrcal. She is like my queen of like just boleros and ballads and just, she was like everything. Celia Cruz, Shakira, of course, Selena. You know.
You're talking icons. I mean, those are major icons. But what's interesting here about this, Gabriela, is your taste in music, very diverse.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
Yeah.
And that gives you a little bit of everything to take in and learn from, right? And especially for somebody as young as you, to do that. So, for some people may know you, some people may not. So that's great. Then this is the purpose of this platform, to provide new artists like yourself an opportunity to introduce yourself to everybody else out there. So now that we know a little bit about that, what got you into singing?
Honestly, I have been performing in anything I could since like I could walk, breathe. Honestly, like singing was just always my outlet. It was always just so natural to just want to be able to sing. Like, even if it wasn't, like on stage or anything, like like growing up, I always sang to the point where my parents were like, shut up. Like, why are you going?
So your story's a little bit like the other artists, right? Where, like Selena I mentioned too, she started singing very young. She knew she wanted to do that. It was in with us. So almost the same thing for you. Started very young as well.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I wanted to start like professionally a lot younger than I did, but my mom was like, absolutely not. You're getting your education.
Good for her.
College.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, fine. I'll go to college, but I'm going to do it the fast route. So I did dual enrollment. And before I even got into senior year, I had an associate's degree. So
congratulations.
Thank you. I graduated at 19.
That's awesome.
Degree. Yeah. And I was like, all right, Mom, I'm done now. Let me sing.
Let me go sing. Let me go sing.
She was like, got it. Like, but I got my degree in something I love. I love psychology. I was, if I wasn't going to do the singing route, I wanted to definitely help with psychology. I was going to get my PhD in psych, and I wanted to do forensic psychology. Like,
oh, wow.
I wanted to, it's so crazy because everybody's like, you're so weird, but I was going to be the person that dealt with criminals.
Okay.
And I was going to interview them mainly for like documentaries or just on
yes.
And it's a high paying job. A lot of people don't want to do it. That's why. But I was like, I'll do it. Like I'm interested in the human mind, and I learned so much about it in school. So I'm grateful for that because it really is something that I'm truly interested in. So.
Wow, totally awesome. What school did you go to? Was it in Florida?
Yes, I went to USF in Florida. So yeah, go Bulls.
Pretty cool. So now you're in San Antonio. And again, we talked a little bit about how you got started, and music's always been in with your dream to do it. And now you have totally followed your dream, taking you to the Tejano capital of the world, which is San Antonio. Yeah. Most of every talent that has either started there or is recorded there in San Antonio. So that's what we call it, the Tejano capital of the world. So you have a new single that's out. We'll talk about that a little bit later because it's pretty awesome, and we want to give everybody a taste of that. So what else is in the mix for you, Gabriela? What's in the works, if you don't mind walking us through as far as what's next for you?
So basically, drum roll. I am performing this Saturday at the Tejano Music Awards, actually. Thanks to Shelly Lares, who is my mentor, by the way. Shelly is my mentor. She called me during the summer and, hey, Gabriela, like, I got this gig. Like, are you interested in doing it? And I was like, sure. Like, it's a gig, like she's like, yeah, it's kind of big, And I was like, oh, cool. Like, what is it? She was like, the Tejano Music Awards. And I was like, Shelly, are you lying? Like, are you serious? I know. She starts laughing and she's like, yes, I want you to perform. I have this emerging artist segment. It's me, Annika, Carla Cristina, and Maria Paula. And I was like, yes, like a million times. Yes, of course. Like that was such she is so awesome for not only like showcasing us, but just being a person that I genuinely can lean on, and that I know will be honest with me, and that she'll put me in my place. She'll be like, Gabriela, and I'm like, you're right.
And let me tell you something, Gabriela. She knows the music inside and out. She's a great producer, not only a great singer. She basically, man, she can play anything and has a great ear.
Yes.
So from a mentor perspective, I got to see an interview she did not too long ago, and that's why I mentioned it, because I knew you were going to be doing this for her. And I thought that was pretty cool. It's like, I'm going to have Gabriella on my show so we get to talk about this. But what a lineup. There's a lot of people, and there's a lot, people say, hey, Tejano's dead, but Tejano is not dead. We had the state fair here in Dallas, and La Mafia played, and there was over 100,000 people there. And the message across was Tejano is not dead, and here's the proof. And you just see people after people after people. So still a strong following. But what Shelly's doing with you guys, because those girls that you just mentioned, especially Maria Paula, she's a little girl. She's like 10 or 11, right?
But yeah, I believe like 11.
Yeah, and her voice, oh my God. So, and then you got yourself on it as well. It's like your voice is up there too. So the future of Tejano is looking brighter and brighter. So that's why we need to, ladies and gentlemen, that's why we need to get behind these artists and start looking them up, whether it's through social media, whether it's through TikTok, Facebook, so forth, podcasts like we are doing tonight and talking to Gabriella. Follow them, call the radio stations, ask for their music. You're going to get to witness tonight what we're talking about, but the music is there. The talent is there. We just need to push it forward so we can bring this new up and coming artist. But man, what you're going to experience tomorrow is going to be pretty special, because there's going to be a lot of people, a lot of eyes on you. Are you ready?
Don't remind me. I feel ready. I've never been in a room before performing with that many people from one industry, if that makes sense. Like I performed in big crowds, This is different. This is literally everyone is there for one reason, because they love Tejano. And, I get nervous sometimes because I know, I'm not from Texas and I am not Mexican, and it's scary to really put yourself out there in such a, strong genre, but everyone has just been so welcoming. And that's the biggest blessing, that it's just been open arms all around.
Well, Tejano music doesn't come from where you're from. Tejano music comes from the heart.
Exactly.
Right. And you definitely have that. So there's no doubt about that. So you mentioned something I also wanted to talk to you about a little bit too. You mentioned I'm not from here and I'm not Mexican. So tell me a little about, talk to us a little bit about that.
Okay. So yes, I'm from Florida, guys. Tampa, Florida girl, 813. But I'm also not Mexican. It's true. It is true. My mom is fully Colombian, and my dad is Korean and Puerto Rican.
There you go.
So
there you go.
The mix is, but I love it. I love who I am. I'm not ashamed of who I am.
Absolutely not. Yep.
I will never say, try to be something I'm not.
Right.
Yes, I sing Tejano, I sing Latin music. I just say I sing the music that I love. It's going to fall into whoever's hands it wants to fall into. And I'm blessed. Whoever wants to pick it up, amazing. Even if they don't like Tejano, they're like, wow, this isn't good. That's what music is meant for. It's not meant to be put in a box. It's meant to be heard. So I'm just grateful that even though I'm this cluster of ethnicities, that there are people that still accept me in this genre, in this state, for who I am 100%. So
no, Gabriela, and you said it well. We said it well. It's about the music. Case in point, we have Tejano artists that have gotten into the country music platform. Emilio was one of them.
I love that.
Yep. Did amazing. We've had other artists. Jay Perez got into country, did very well for a minute there. Shelly had her hand at very good country music as well. Then you've got country singers like the king himself, George Strait, that has sung Mexican songs as well. So it's the music. That's what it's all about, right? So good deal. So what time are you coming on?
For the Tejano Music Awards?
Yes, for the Tejano Music Awards.
We are the last performing group.
Okay.
So, I'm not sure how long. I know it starts at 7. I don't know how long the show is. I believe maybe 7 to 10, 7 to 11, around there,
Man, so adding a little pressure there, the last act is usually the one that's going to go with the bang, right? So that's awesome. That's pretty good.
She's shaking, like,
Not to add any more pressure or anything else, man, but yeah, you got this. You got this. All right. So, we talked a little bit about your new single, and we'll get into that a little bit, but I understand that you recently got with a new label.
I did.
All right. Please share.
So I am I said officially. I am officially with GT Digital. It's just crazy. Like the way God works. I came to San Antonio. I didn't know who I was going to record with, what I was going to do. I was just like, I know I need to make music and I know this is right for me. So I came here, like I said, I came here with like a couple $100. Like there was nothing crazy. I got a serving job because I have experience with serving, and serving is flexible. And I was like, okay, we're gonna start from the bottom. Just keep making content. It's gonna happen. Everything's gonna happen. This is gonna be good. Ding, ding, ding! Here comes Gold Toes.
Wow.
He comes about, I would say like a month after I got here. And after a month, you start getting weary. You start wanting to give up because you're like, man, like I just moved here. My family's not here. You know, like my sister, my brother, everyone, my grandma, everyone's home. What am I going to do? Like it's a month.
Yeah.
I cannot, like, it was almost exactly a month, like a couple days after a month. And he just DMs me and he's like, look, heard you off TikTok. I think you're great. You know, it's funny. He had no idea that I had, because I had songs out beforehand that were like Tejano, that were charting, you know. He had no idea. He did not know that I was already in it. He didn't even know I was Tejano. He literally saw me, like, I forget what song it might have been like Besos y Copas. And he was like, wow. And from there, he had no idea. And so we started from a clean slate. And he was like, you know what, let's just do one song together. We did one song together, and then he was like, all right, let's actually do this. Like, let's sign you, you know? So,
wow. So he gave you a test run first and recorded one song, and I guess from there build up to, hey, if it's good, we're going to keep going.
Oh, it was definitely a test run, yeah. And I was so nervous, man. Like, I had all, like, how do I describe it? I came into the studio, and when I go to studios, I dress so bummy. Like, I'm not going to come.
You're going to go comfy.
You got to be comfortable. Like, if I'm gonna, like, throw up my right lung to sing a song,
right,
I'm not going to dress, you know. That day I wore a sundress. I did my hair. I did a little bit light makeup. I didn't want to try too hard because I wanted to look presentable.
Yeah.
Because I knew I was going into a situation with people I had never met before. And I had to sing my butt off. And I knew that. So I got there, though, and it was the most chill environment. And right off bat, you know, he made my dad was with me. He kept my dad involved. He was very open, very straightforward. There were contracts and stuff just for the single alone. He was very honest and like, look, this is how it is. But the thing I liked the most about him, he gave me the contract and everything, and he said, take your time. Like, read it over.
That's good.
Watch it. And I was like, oh. Like, not sign right now. Like,
right.
I took a month because I had my sister's a lawyer. She looked over it. And then a month later, I signed it, and not once did he rush me. That's
awesome. That is awesome. That just tells you right there. It's like, hey, no rush. Whenever you're ready. The whole idea behind this is to get you in the studio and get you recording
and get me going. So
that is awesome. So GT Digital out of Houston, right? So you put out your first single, Ay Amor, which is already tracking. It's already in the charts. I saw you. I was like, I'm going to have her in the show. So I was pretty excited to see that, Gabriella, that you're already tracking well on it. Because when did you actually release that song?
I released it November 4th.
Okay. So not even a month.
I know.
And it's tracking. So, but one of the things, as I was telling you, Gabriella, you stay busy on social media.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what's attracting more and more people and bringing them in. So keep doing that from that perspective. So how about here future? Are you going to go in and record a full CD now, or what are the plans from that perspective?
So my goal, this is my goal that I made for myself for 2023. I want to be nominated for a Latin Grammy.
There you go.
I want to be nominated, and I'm going to be very upfront with that because I feel like that's, at the end of the day, that's a goal. And
if you're serious about achieving it, you have to say it, and it's a goal.
So it's a goal, and I'm like, you know what? I already have another song I recorded, actually, that's already done. We're just waiting on when to release it because you don't want to release things too quick,
Right.
They're like, there's fire under I Am What right now. You want it to live.
Oh yeah.
So we're releasing the music video next month too, because I didn't want to do it like same day, because I feel like it's like, I don't know, like I wanted to give it some time to breathe and then be reborn again with the music video, like that was just my thought process.
Agree.
But yeah, I want to make an EP for sure. Like
good deal.
6 songs, but like not just filler songs. I want every single be good, and I Am What is going to be the top song, like the first song on that EP.
So talk to me about that. Do you do some writing yourself?
I do write, actually, but my Spanish is not the best. I'm going to be honest. It's not my first
time. That's okay. That's fine.
I'm still learning.
and I'm going to share a secret with you. Most artists have a peer that they work with or a partner that is very good in Spanish and takes a look at it and does the corrections and the right pronunciations and so forth, right? Enunciations and so forth.
Right. And my thing is, I'm good with melodies. I can feel the song. If I get words and like what I do is like, I have to write in English first. But a lot of people know when you translate from English to Spanish, it's literally
right.
So that's when like my writing team comes in and they're like, okay, I see what you're saying. Let's put it into like, let's make it Spanishified. That's how
exactly. Yeah. So how did I Amor come about?
So I Amor was written by Cesar Morquecho, and we had talked about the song, and he was like, I have the song, and I was like, okay, because I was just looking through everything. I was writing, and I don't know. He sent me that song, and there was other people that had sent me songs. I was just going through, and then I heard that one, and I was like, yes. But the way it was portrayed to me, it's like, oh, like, I am on, like, oh, please come back to me. I miss you, like vulnerable. And I was like, that's cute. However,
that's cute.
However, I portrayed the song as, you want them back. And then with time, my voice gets raspier and angrier.
Yes.
To portray the fact that like, it's like, why aren't you coming back to me? Like you're getting angry because you're not getting your way. I portrayed the way that I would feel, like how I, and a lot of people were like, wow, like, because it's a sadder song, but there's anger in that sadness. And I'm like, because that's how breakups are. It's not just
exactly
sadness.
Yeah.
You get mad. People get mad. I get mad, like, so I had to show that. I had to.
Well, I would have been fooled because it sounded like that song was almost written specifically for you because it suits your voice so well. But what you just mentioned there makes sense because the melody, once you get past the melody, your voice gets real raspy and gets so emotional. And that's what brings out the song. And that's what caught me too. Is like, man, this is a very good song. And you nailed it. So yeah. And we'll let everybody take a look and decide as well. And like I said, I think everybody's going to like it because it's tracking well on the charts. So that was the whole story behind the song. Let's talk a little bit about your platforms because that's what's gotten you here and gotten you some, obviously, your label to even notice you on platforms, right? So if you don't mind, tell everybody your TikTok, your Facebook, your whole social media platform. Where can they find you, Gabriella?
Gotcha. So on social media, my name is the same on everything, okay? I made it easy for people. Even on YouTube, guys, I promise. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, it's going to be Gabriella Martinez Oficial. So
okay,
it's official with one F missing because it's the Spanish version. So Gabriella Martinez Oficial.
So all platforms,
All
Gabriella Martinez Oficial.
Oficial.
You definitely made it easy. That's
I
great.
did, right? I was like, we're gonna keep it. We're gonna,
Okay. And when you post, do you post more on one or do you post all platforms at the same time?
I post more on TikTok. I have a method actually.
Okay. All right. Please share.
I post every day on TikTok, except for Saturday and Sunday, and there's a reason for that. Sunday, that's my rest day on all social media. I don't try to go on social media. It's mentally, it's not healthy to be on it every single day. So
Agree.
Today I'm like, I just let it rest, and I rest. Like Sunday is like my rest day. I just recharge. I clean my house. Like I do everything I need to just set up for the week. So I'm like, no social media. Saturday, algorithm isn't as good. Everyone's out. Everyone's doing something. Don't post on Saturdays. I'm being honest with everyone out there. I'm telling you from experience, don't post on Saturdays.
Right.
Be good. But yeah, every single day.
Well, the other challenge too, Gabriella, that you do awesome is that I see that there's a lot of requests coming across. Hey, can you do this song? Can you sing this one for me now? And you're out there. I mean, and you're belting them out. So, how do you keep your voice in shape?
Oh, my voice is very, very, very important to me. First of all, water.
There you go. Yeah.
Water, like crazy. Like I drink water more than anything because it really does. It just it gets the voice. It keeps it moist. It keeps it because a dry voice is just gonna. I take vocal lessons as well with Eric Arsenal.
There you go.
Amazing man. He is just he works with me and he understands my voice. Like he really just pushes me. We don't work on things to make my voice sound different at all. We
Right.
breathing.
Yeah.
A lot of people are like, oh, your voice. It's all about your breathing. 100% about the breathing. So we focus on breathing techniques, how to keep, because I dance on stage too, and it's hard to keep, everything going and not sound out of breath. So breathing is what we focus on the most. We have like vocal warm-ups. It's just amazing.
Good for you, because not too many people I've seen in the industry take it that serious and they end up hurting their vocal cords.
Yeah.
And that's something you don't want to do, right? Because that's your paycheck in the future, right? You definitely don't want to hurt your investment. Exactly. Take care of it. And I can tell you, you've got a very, very strong voice. And ladies and gentlemen, you'll see if you go to our social media platforms, you're going to see what I'm talking about. You name it, she can sing it. And I've seen her do mariachi. I've seen her do salsa merengue. You name it, you do it, girl. So good for you. As far as I guess the other thing I was going to ask you too, you mentioned from a social media platform, you're off on weekends and so forth. You take a little bit of break about that. Overall, from a music perspective, how much time are you spending right now in promoting and doing all that, Gabriella? And and then the second part of that is, do you currently have a band, or are you working on putting your own band together?
That is so funny that you mentioned that.
All right, here we go.
I just recently, and when I say recently, I mean like yesterday. I'm not over exaggerating. I got a bass player. No, not bass. Sorry, guitar player.
Okay.
But the keyboard player plays literally everything. Like, I don't know. He's just one of those people that like knows every instrument. And then I have a drummer. So we were thinking, actually, I'm still looking at bass players, and I have people online, that have been messaging me, but I want a girl bass player.
That would be good.
I really do, because I'm like, you know what? Like, yeah, men are great, but,
yeah,
how dope would it be to have a woman on stage?
Absolutely. I'll give you a good example if you haven't seen her. Have you ever heard of Las Phoenix?
Yes, I follow them on TikTok.
Perfect bass player right there, man. She rocks that bass and owns it.
They're so spicy.
So here we go, audience. Perfect. I guess shout out there to women. Any bass players, hit up Gabriella. If you're interested, and she's looking for a female bass player. Look her up, hit her up, send her an instant message either on Facebook, TikTok, say, hey, I'd like to try out.
Yes.
And how about drummers? You looking for any drummers? Anything else?
Oh, I have drummer, guitar, and keys.
Oh, so you're set, pretty much.
I'm good. Those are the three main ingredients, but base is the core. Base
Yeah.
is so important. It is literally like without a base, you have no home. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. Well, good. All right. So let's talk a little bit here about what's coming up. I know you got TTMAs.
Yeah.
Is there any special appearances or anything else you're doing after that?
For the end of the year, as of right now, no.
Okay.
But that is subject to change because I just got. I mean, that is subject to change, but as of right now, nothing.
And that's very typical artist, right? Because you can say no, but then all of a sudden you get a call. It's like, hey, I'm going.
Perform in a week, and it's like,
Exactly.
you know.
Yeah. Well, you were in West Texas not too long ago. Were you in West Texas?
Yeah, Saturday and Sunday I was in Odessa.
Okay. And what was that? What was it? What is it you had going out there?
So it was a super Tejano show.
Oh, okay.
The car show. I went on before Shelly on Saturday, which was amazing because I love Shelly. And then I went on before the Cumbia Kings on Sunday. So.
Nice. So let's talk a little bit about Shelly. Casey's watching. How is she to work with? I mentioned what she does, and she is a great mentor to all the newcomers out there for young ladies. But how has it been for Gabriella to work with Shelly, a legend like Shelly?
Amazing. Like I don't just say that because, you know, she'll find me if I don't. I'm just kidding. But no, she's very real in a sense that, like, you know, she's not like brutal. She's not going to hurt your feelings, but she's not going to lie to you. And she's not going to see you fail, or she's not going to she won't let you give up. She won't. No, she will find a solution. If you don't have a solution, she'll find it for you. Like, she is just that person that really genuinely wants to see you succeed. There's no ulterior motive or anything.
Hey, so she really holds up to her title, Little Miss Dynamite, huh? She's a little firecracker.
Gosh, that woman, Shelly, like, yes, she is strong. She is a strong woman, you know, with the way she just carries herself. But her voice alone.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Every time she sings Volver, I'm like, all right.
Done.
Yeah, done. Thanks. That's, you know, the rest of the year. Like, I'm fine. Thanks, Shelly. But no, she's just strong.
Man, the other good thing about her is her ear for music. She's had so many artists that have become big start with Shelly first. They all went through Shelly's band first, and she has quite a list, including Chris Perez and Roel Martinez the list goes on and on and on. So she's been there, man, and you definitely teamed up with somebody great that can be such a great mentor for you. So I'm happy for you from that perspective. Yeah. So all right. So how about we talked about that? Any future plans here for any other shows that you might be doing, such as podcasts like this or anything else besides the TTMA?
Shows wise, I know I have interviews lined up.
Good for you.
Jim Luna, he actually books a lot of things for me, shows with Quarter Moon Productions. So, sorry, I'm still getting over the sinus infection, but he's gonna do a radio tour for me. I know that for sure. So,
okay,
like, we need to get you out there. I actually have an interview with Rudy Trevino from Tejano Gold.
Tejano Gold. Yep.
Yes, on Monday. So I'm very blessed, very excited about that as well. So
good for you. Good for you. Rudy's a great man. He's been doing it forever. Well respected Countdown. So hey, once you get on there, that thing's for real. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, good deal. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we mentioned Ay Amor, her new single. So we've come to a conclusion here. Thank you so much for being on the show. And we really appreciate you coming on, especially I know you've been busy and so forth, but thank you so much for making the time, Gabriella, to jump on. We want to say goodbye to everybody, and we want to leave you with her single, but I'm going to let Gabriella say goodbye to everybody and then introduce your new single.
Gotcha. Alrighty. Thank y'all for watching. I love all of you. This is my new single that I know you're going to love, called Ay Amor.
There you go. All right. We'll see ya. Have a great night.
Tú no sabes lo que estoy sintiendo, esta pena que me duele dentro, que me cala hasta los huesos y no la calma ni el tiempo. Esta pena que me duele dentro, que me cala hasta los huesos y no la calma ni el tiempo. La agonía llega a ser profunda, tan pesada igual como la culpa, me consume a cuentagotas. Yo mi cuerpo